Hello everyone, welcome back to Night Goes 49. Welcome back to Factorio. We're in our second episode. We've got the automated belts going on over here. We currently have 75. I'm just going to take care of that right now. So look at that, I've got belts to actually work with. We're finishing up some science packs on us as we continue to do logistics. Once we finish logistics, we'll get splitters and life will be a lot easier. Yeah, I don't have them yet. Because we'll be able to split off this coal and start smelting and mining the copper that's over here, which I really should start clearing this out a little bit more. Give me some of that. I don't need a ton cleared yet, but I could clear off this top bit so that we can start mining this out. I am going to need more coal production, considering I only have like a couple over there, and I've got really slow belts right now, so we're going to have to up the amount that's being mined here in just a moment. I did build 5 more drills as I was doing the transition from this episode to from that last episode to this one, so we'll be able to do that. Oh, let's get. I'm concerned about defense, so I'm actually going to research turrets next, so that I can just set turrets up and not have to physically defend everything, because we're starting to actually create quite a bit of pollution. So we want to get rid of that, or we want to get rid of the threat by putting down some turrets and things like that. I don't know how much science is left. It looks like there's still a little bit going on because the turret research is continuing to go. My tool broke. But while we're walking, we can make splitters. So let's do it. And I can also continue to make science packs. Let's do that as well. I don't know why my brain breaks and I think I can walk through that. See, look, we're down to 4. Let's put down there 8 there. We should finish off the turrets here pretty quick, actually. And as you can see, all these guys have turned off because there's nothing for them to actually work on. I'm going to go ahead and just steal a little bit of iron out of those, and they'll keep smelting away. Now, what we talked about last episode was getting copper up and running, but then also getting the science going through the assembly machines so that we can start making the red science packs. So that's something that we need to do next. And once we get the turrets, I'll pop down a couple here and there. Let's go ahead and yeah, let me do this, and then I'll put down a new power. There we go. Okay, so now that's enough. We've got enough coal coming in through here, and I'm gonna have splitters, which I've got them right now, so we can get the coal over this direction to start doing copper. Now I don't want to limit myself, so I'm tempted to pipe the copper out over here, but then that goes in the way of this. Basically, this situation is nice to have it really compact, but I got to be careful as to not box myself in. So, and stone isn't the most important thing right now, so we'll have to. I don't want to make that the priority or worry about putting belts over that, because I can also reroute it later. All right, what do we want to get into next? Turret damage, yeah, I don't need that because it's going to be greens. Stone walls are good. We don't need them now. Optics is good. It gives us lights. Oh, you know what? That's what we're going to do. The reason being is, I know at night it gets pretty dark in the game, and it can actually be kind of difficult to see. I've watched some series like Quill just ran a series, Quill 18, and one of the things I would probably gripe about, if there was anything to gripe about, because he's just fun to watch, and a good guy, is that at night I couldn't see anything, and he even mentioned, he's like, I'm not going to waste resources on it this time, because he was going for the 8-hour run. And I mean, I understand the logic there, but I also don't like it, because I would like you guys to see what the heck's going on. So I am going to prioritize optics so that we can get those going. And if I'm ever idle right now before this automation is up, I need to be doing science. I need to be doing science every single time. So let's do you. Let's clear this, and I think 4 might actually be enough for now. Copper's super important, but iron is way more important. So those are the resources I want to spend on that at this point. And like I said, I'm not as worried about belting all this out. So why don't we do this? And then, because I can make long handle inserters too. Ooh, I didn't think about that. We're going to do the different setup over here. And I'm actually going to modify my iron setup at some point. Let's get a splitter going here. We will run these in parallel. And, oh, hold on. I want to go this way with it. Yeah, because I don't want to run into the iron here. This is a little weird, but you know what? Whatever. We'll deal with it. If it's bad, we'll just change it later. So we'll do the copper here. We'll do the coal there. And do I have it? Okay, I've got enough of the electrical poles. There we go. Okay, and let's start mining this. Okay. Alright, so they're going to start bringing those in. We've got the coal coming down here. We're going to have the copper coming this way. In fact, let's just go ahead and use up... Let's make 10 more. Let's go ahead and use up the other ones I have on me. We'll just go like that. We've got it saturated on both sides. How are we doing on power, though? Okay, power's good because I put in the other 6. Ooh, and before I forget, we're gonna make 10 more turrets. And we need to automate the ammunition. See, this is like ADDville. It totally is. I start getting on one thing and then I have to get onto another and blah blah blah. Anyway, not a big deal. We can actually do that over here. I am actually almost out of belts, and there's 129 right there. I'm gonna pull off of this line again, and we're just gonna do ammunition, which is nothing but iron plates. So we'll do this, and put a chest up there. There we go. All right, so they're just going to make ammunition. It takes a while to make. It's really a pain to make on yourself, like on your person. So in hand, I guess is the way to put it. Also, I can make some optics here soon, can't I? Oh, no, I can't. I can't make any light checks. I haven't finished optics. Okay, so research is continuing. They're doing their thing over here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take those. Another 5 magazines, that's good. And then we're going to start making turrets here shortly. Ah, these are done. So let's go ahead and get rid of these so I don't have to babysit these anymore. Perfect. All right. Let's go back down the line. Coal's catching up. That's kind of nice. The extra drills that I put in there are paying off. And I'm just going to leave this as a manual system for now, just to finish off some of the stone that I've done. So I'm not concerned about that at all. This is done, so I'll go ahead and get rid of that drill because these are rocking and rolling. We do need a radar here soon. Oh, and I have learned the radar. That does take quite a bit of power. But let's go and throw one in there because the earlier I can do that, the better, so that we can actually start seeing what's going on. All right. Let's do our 2x2 system that we got going on here. And then we'll use the long handle inserters as well to get the system up and going. So we'll do the yellows here. Did I leave myself like a... Oh, it's not a perfect amount of room, but it's a good amount of room here. Oh, excuse me. That was a funny little hiccup. What do I want to do next? Looks like I don't have very many only red options. Do you see what I mean? Like, automating the red, like I should be doing it now. And I'm not. But I need these systems up and going. Am I going to run out of these inserters? Yeah, I am. Alright, well, let's actually cancel those. Alright, let's cancel those turrets and because I need inserters. And then, there we go. All right, let's do the radar, and let's just plop that down over here somewhere real quick. Yeah, there's the radar. Now, the radar, we'll go through the map and start taking away all the fog of war around me. And you have to place those elsewhere because they do have a certain amount of range. But they also create a bit of pollution, which makes the aliens pretty mad. So you got to be aware of that as well. Okay, so we've got in and out there. But now we need the long handle inserters so that they can reach even further and grab the coal that's on the copper that's on the other side. Yeah, we all knew that I would mess up the wording here with coal and copper for some strange reason. That's like I just started doing that as I started recording this thing. I've never had issues with this metal and material in my life. I don't know why I'm getting them mixed up now. All right, so there we go. And that's why I like doing the double saturated stuff is because it's just better. It's better for once you get the faster inserters. And the steel furnaces, they're actually a lot quicker. So copper will be kind of not an issue once we get that, up and going. Let's go ahead and remove that. Let's see. This is done. Let's go ahead and remove you. Take your iron, which I'm a little low on. How much do I have? 9 science in there? Yeah, I got to start doing science. How much ammunition do we have? 40? And I do have a turret. Okay, I do have a turret. So why don't I do one just right over here where I'm kind of working. And we'll split this and we'll just do a gun turret there. So if anything comes in that radius, it will shoot it. So as you can see, a little bit of the fog of war has already been revealed by our radar. That's good. How are we doing on power now that I put that thing in? Not bad, actually. Not bad. Okay, we've got copper going. I've got iron going. What do I need to make science packs? I need copper plates and iron gears. All right. This is where Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right. I'm going to change this setup. Let's do the double system that we did with copper. I'm going to fix this real quick. And then we're going to go in and start making gears and automate the red pack process. Here, I'll just throw the iron and the copper in there so those will keep going. Oh, gosh, you need stuff too. And I don't have it, so oh well. Let's see. You need to go back by 1. Okay. There's the iron. Here is the copper. Very good. And then we just need the red long inserters, which I need to fix the end of that line because I didn't make it go down far enough. There we go. All right, now they'll grab what they need from the whole side, and we'll be good to go. All right, perfect. The reason I did that is I want to double up the other side, which I'm just gonna I'm gonna put these down for now. I'm not going to get them going yet because I don't need this much iron yet, but I do want to make sure I'm accounting for this other side. And then here we go. This will be the output. Okay. And I'm doing that. Actually, I could expand this a whole lot more, couldn't I? Let's go out to here, and then let's merge them like this. And we'll get ourselves a splitter. It's funny, the splitters can merge, you know, because they're just pulling those together. It's kind of interesting. All right, so we'll go out like this, and what I'm going to need is I'm going to need copper and I'm going to need iron so that I can make the gears. Now, if we look back at our other spot, I've got some room, but I got to think about logistics as to how I want to handle this. Good, these are done. There we go. How much coal do I have? A little bit, so we can fire those up if necessary. This whole situation's looking good. Copper plates. Iron gears. Where do I want to do my science? Let's zoom out a little bit. I could do it over here. I don't want to have it cramped into all this. That's the one thing I want to avoid as much as I can. I haven't thought this all the way through. I know that my science is actually out right now. I'm going to run back and refill that so I don't stop our progress. Let's do this. There we go. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to split off this main line and go north. That's what we'll do. And I'll just have to pipe the copper all the way over here. And I know it's going to be kind of a lot, but whatever. It's going to go up like that. Okay. I need way more inserters, don't I? There we go. I'll keep doing those. I need to automate that as well. But let's get the science going first. Because the green science is going to make us automate both the transport belts and then also what else? What's the other thing? The inserters, which inserters are kind of a pain because you have to automate the electric circuits. Actually, electric circuits are really easy to do. That's not that big of a deal. You know, let's get 2 of these going. There you go. I split those up a little bit. Let me grab some of this. There we go. So now they'll both keep working. I want them to keep working. All right. So let's look at the copper the same way that we were the iron. And let's say we double it, right? Because we're going to want to. And then we're going to want to go like this. And then we want this line to get extended at some point. You know, down here. Like this. You know, I don't want to just waste resources on stuff I'm not actually going to use right now. But it's good to kind of map this out a little bit and think ahead. All right, and then we'll merge them. All right. Oh, I'm out. And I'm making inserters right now and other stuff, so let's just run over here and we'll get some more belts. Oh, are you done? Get out of here. I think I'm just going to plop down a chest like here in the middle and just put stuff that I'm not going to use, like those burner inserters. Let's get them out of here. Anything else I'm not going to use? I am actually going to use this raw wood for a bit and probably some of this stuff too. Ooh, I've got gun turrets. I need to get the ammunition from that. Man, it's a lot of going back and forth, and here in the beginning, it takes a bit of time, you know? Do I have any more? All right, I've got 12 more science packs, so you can keep going. Let's get the transport belts. Let's get the rest of the ammunition. Good. Let's go ahead and get another 5 splitters queued up as well. I don't think I need a lot of iron. Well, let's grab a bit out of these, this whole area. I'll just grab all these. Nice. All right, there we go. Okay. So now we'll head back over because we want to pipe the. I keep saying pipe. I shouldn't say pipe, because pipe actually is fluids, and that's a thing in the game. So it's actually a bit confusing if I keep saying that. We want to transport the copper over here. We're going to need some underground belts for that. Let's go ahead and get those queued up too. So let's come over here, and like I said, we'll merge this. Like that. Get a splitter so we can merge them together. We'll go out like this. Chop down these, get them out of the way. And I'm going to split this and go north with some of it. Whoops. So some of this will just go out that way, and this will go out over here. Can I just go that way? No, that's gonna be messed up. All right. You know what? I need one set right now, and then I'll do that. Wait, what? I need one set right now, and I need 5 going forward, and then I could use 5 more splitters. Okay. I don't know what I did there, but I kind of derped out there for a second. All right. I know I'm not using the full extent of the belt there. Sorry about that. Let me check my... Sorry, wifey's not here, and I gotta make sure nothing goes awry with the chillins. Okay, I don't think I have too much more red research. Oh, I do have automation too. That takes a lot. It takes 2 science packs and 15 seconds apiece. Let's do it though. Let's get it queued up. Now, even though it seems a little weird that I gotta like automate some science that oh my gosh, I need way more of those. Automate some science that I'm not going to keep using, but you actually do keep using it down the line. You need red and greens, and then you're going to need blues, and then you're going to need purple research as well. Can I? What's going on? Oh, it's the lack of iron from here. I've got this in a weird situation, don't I? There, come on, jeez. That's why this is not a good situation. This setup is bad. This is very, very temporary. You know, I'm not getting enough output right here to actually feed what I need over here. Oh well. We'll fix that in a bit. We will definitely fix that in a bit. Oh, I'm out of science. Whatever. We're going to automate it. Quit making the darn stuff. Okay, so now I have belts, and I'm going to go ahead and make some in hand as well, just so we can get this done. And here goes the copper. We're going to bring this along the line with the coal. So now they're the best of friends. You get out of here. There. I disconnected everything. Okay, so we'll come down here. We don't want to butt into that line. Actually, I don't want to go across this. That is a really bad idea. Because I've got iron that's going to be coming through there in this situation here in a little bit. Okay, let's remove these. We're going to use another underground belt. Okay, there we go. And we'll continue with our transport belts here. Let's chop these down. I do need to get some turrets up and going elsewhere. I really shouldn't forget about that. And I think this is... Yes, nice. Perfect line. Okay. So now I've got iron and I've got copper up over here. So now I can start working on all the stuff I need to. Let's grab some more ammunition. 55, good. 55. And we can start putting some turrets down. We'll go ahead and put the turrets over here. So let's get you. I'll just plop you in the middle for now. We'll put only 30 magazines in there. Okay, these are still running. Those are still running. Very nice. Let's put some like here, because these are what's making pollution. There we go. 15 going there. And then we definitely need to protect our power. So let's go over here. Put it like right next to it. And there. Okay. So we'll just keep making some more ammunition and going to go from there. All right. Looks like the copper's keeping up just fine because I'm not really using it for anything yet. So I've got copper over there. I need assembling machines. I'm going to need a lot more iron. I've already got 2 right now. But we're going to need some assembly machines. We are going to need some more electrical poles here eventually. And let's go ahead and just get some more inserters going. We'll just grab all this iron from these guys and then here. Okay. Now I can double up these lines, and I'm going to. I should do it further down the line. What you do is you take a splitter, go like this, and it starts laying it out on the other side too, which is what you want. Let's see. Let's take a splitter here. And then you get a belt. Oh, gosh, that's what I needed. I needed more belts, so it doubles up the line, which is really nice. 110? Very nice. How are you doing? You're still low. Gosh dang it. I gotta get a better situation, which we will. That's actually going to be part of what we do for the green science. So I'm not super concerned about it. Alright, so these are up here. Let's move these up a little bit more. So what do I need for red science? I need iron gears, and I need copper plates. Let's go ahead and make some of these labs as well, so we can get those going. So first we need to deal with the gears. Now we're going to treat this kind of like a bus, you know, which is like a main avenue of supply, and you want to pull from it, but not break it, you know, essentially. So what we'll do is we'll split off of there, and we'll go this way. And what we'll do is, I think above it, we will put in... Actually, no, I can't do that. Until I get the bigger electrical cables, I need to make sure I'm leaving gaps in between things. This is actually kind of tight. Let's pull that down here. Yeah, okay. So what we'll do here is we'll make gears. And control right click and then control left click does that. That's a fun little trick I learned recently. Well, I don't need to separate these because these aren't very complicated. Yeah, let's just put them next to each other. And then what I can do with these inserters is put them side by side. Then we can do the outputs here, right? We'll get the belts on the top to take the gears, and they'll take those away. Let's get some power, which we will have to check in on our power here soon. Okay, and then I need enough power for all those to work. Okay, so now we're making gears. Then we need to take the gears and the copper plates and probably put them on the same line and start making red science packs. So there we go. And what I'll do is, this actually probably won't be the most optimal way to handle this. Let's go like this and then have a splitter. I'm not making anything in hand, so let's make splitters. Let's make a couple more belts. What you want to do is go like this, and then we'll get an underground, and we'll jump past that guy. And then we're going to bring the copper over here. And then what I'll do is I'll go over to here, and I'll there's a couple ways you can do it, but this time I'm just going to use the inserters and put it on the other side of the belt, which isn't the most efficient thing to do, but it'll work. Yeah, you're barely getting any iron. This is not good. Oh well. We shall figure it out. Do I have any red inserters? I've only got 2. Dang it. Let's make more. I've got a decent amount of yellows. What I was thinking about doing is upping this line real quick, which I'm going to do right now. Let's get the iron going. Oh gosh. I'm on a belt. That's super fun to mess with. So input and output. There we go. We've got the red ones. We're grabbing the copper. Everything's copper ore today. Grabbing the iron ore, actually. There we go. Alright, so now we've doubled that. So we're going to see a strain in our drills, obviously, but, you know, I'm not going to stress about that too much. There, let's make some more of those. Let's get some more ammunition. Get some more belts. Alright. Let's go like this. We'll go down 1, and then we'll just bring this across here. And we'll do a yellow. These are kind of slow, but it will work. Alright, so we're going to have copper plates on one side, and we're going to have the gears on the other. And then from here, I've got to think about expanding this if necessary. So I can expand a little bit here, and I can do a little bit here, and we can push it all into this one line. Now, I believe the assembly machines... Ooh, let's make the rest of those. I believe those are the ones that can make the red science packs, but I could be wrong. Am I doing okay on copper? Actually, not that great. Let's grab a little bit more. Okay. See, as you can see, we don't have enough iron coming in, so let's just increase that production. Actually, how are we doing on power? Wow, we're still doing okay on power. I'm kind of surprised. Let's place these down. Ooh, wait. So you're not actually reaching that edge. I don't like that. So let's Hold on. Let's go on this side. Then everything over here is connected that way. SMRT. Go like this. Down 2 of those, and then from this side, I'll leave a gap. And then we'll get this mining going here. I'll move the turret. I'll get some more belts. And usually I'm lazy and I throw these into it. I'm not going to do that this time. I am actually going to merge them properly. So we'll do that, and then again we'll use the splitter. That way they'll all merge in and be nice and happy. We'll do that, we'll do that. Alright, so now I've got more production for iron. Power's getting used up a bit more. I don't have any science packs. Nope. A little bit of ore on me for some reason. Let's get rid of that. Okay, and you need more iron, so we'll just grab that. See, I'm not automating this right now, and I'm feeling kind of silly about it. Okay, so iron's good. We have the assembly machines done now, so we can do that. Now what we need to do is get like 4. I guess I could have done it literally off of this, but I would rather go down the line. And what we'll do here is say red. Okay, and we need inserters here. And we only need the yellows. We don't need to worry about getting any reds because we've combined that line. And I think on these guys I don't necessarily need to worry about whether or not that's going to be like fully saturated or correctly done. I think it's going to be fine the way we're doing it. Let's go ahead and put in some electric stuff. And then we will come over here and get the output for those. Let's put some ammunition in there. Okay, so now we're making reds. We just need to have those actually put into some kind of to the science labs. Let's go ahead and pick this guy up. Okay, that's working. How are we doing on the ore saturation? Ore saturation's actually not bad. Iron's going in just fine. I need a bit more iron myself, but we can work on that. Oh, and lights. Let's go ahead and put down some lights so everybody can see. You can see all the things. I'm going to give you some coal. I almost did it. I swear I almost said copper. What is wrong with my brain right now? Let's take a look at our map. Look at all that's been recovered. Oh, we've got red. We've got aliens over here, and they're probably not going to be happy here soon. So, let's see. Let's do that guy there. We'll put some lights over in this situation. Look at that fully saturated line. That's good stuff. There we go. There we go. Yep, this is looking good too. I'm going to go ahead and put a turret right here. That'll cover the entry of any aliens coming down this way, which they probably will, considering they're in the northwest right now. That's probably where they'll come from. So what we should do right now is get the red science packs going into labs, and from there we actually need to start thinking about getting the green science packs going. Isn't that funny? It really is kind of ridiculous. Let's get some more splitters while we're here. And let's light this area up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Alright, so now that we're on this line, I think what we should do is maybe just go... I don't want to go across because that's where the bus is going to be. Maybe our science will feed in over here on this side of the water. I think that'll be good. So let's go this way a little bit. Got some stone there. Let's go past that. Let's get the two science labs down. Oh, did I have 3? Oh, right, I've got 3. Okay. And we'll get ourselves just the normal inserters for now. It's kind of silly for me to make that go that far. Let me just put what I picked up in one of those, and we'll get power. There. There. And then there. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we've got that going. Now what we'll do, moving past this, is we can get the greens to go in on the other side, and then we'll make a second line of blues and then eventually purples to feed in on another belt that we will use the red inserters to actually facilitate. So that will work. Let's put half our ammunition there, so we've got some turrets going on. Now I'm going to make some stone walls soon, so we'll be able to start walling things off and be in a much better situation security-wise. Until then, we're just going to have to do some of that manually. Alright, so I got the iron I needed. I do need a bit more ammunition. What is that? 90? Yeah, these take forever. Look how long. Actually, that's not the worst. Fender. See, you're not even getting enough. All right, we're going to have to fix this. As you can see, we need to have these further down the line. Having them right here is just kind of dumb. I should fix that. What I think I'm going to do now is, before we go into any other kind of projects, what I want to do is increase the output of both copper and iron. Just right now, kind of as we stand. So we don't have to worry about it. Let's get some inserters going, because we're going to have to automate that soon. And we're going to need a lot of materials. So there's no sense in us not kind of getting all this ready. In fact, let's remove those. There we go. Perfect. And let's get some of the yellows in. Whoops. Nope. Nope. Okay, and then we'll move these. Okay, and then we need the reds to finish off the process. Perfect. And then electricity to make everything run. Alright, so now the iron is doing even more. What I should queue up as well are the electric mining drills. But I'm out of iron to actually do that. So I'm going to run down the line here. Just grab iron and copper so I don't have to worry about it. There we go. As you can see, automation isn't rocking and rolling over there. Let's get 5 more of those. Man, I'm just like... There it is. I'm already showing it that I need iron like mad. And I'm making a ton of stuff down here in hand. So at least we're not making some of the more basic... Well, I guess those are basic. The regular inserters are kind of basic. Let's get this set up real quick. On this side to make sure copper's looking good. Do I have a gun here? Okay, I've got a turret there. Let's put one over here. Just for kind of safekeeping. Keeping me safe, I guess I should say. And do I need more? Yeah, I could use more furnace output. There we go. And I didn't like measure any of this before I did the turn at the end here, but I probably should have. Okay, let's do yellows. So input, output on either sides. And this will increase us get the overall production to be nice and nice and smooth. Automation 2 is done. Anything else required? Just reds. Okay, stone walls. Let's go and research those. We are going to need them because we've got aliens like crazy. In fact, okay, they're only there. All right, I was going to say, let's check everywhere else and see if they're popping up. Because we are creating a decent amount of pollution now. Trees do help with pollution. They kind of suck that up to make it not as bad. But I don't have a lot of those going on now, do I? Well, I do in the one area. I'm not surrounded by forest or anything. I've played some games where I am. And it's kind of interesting. It's like, you don't see the aliens for a while. And it's just funny because you've got all these trees protecting you. So it's like not that big of a deal. Oh, stone walls are done. Let's do steel. Yeah, steel processing. Let's get that going. Okay, power first. Okay, let's do that. Down the line. I think I need more reds. Oh, that's right. That's what I was about to do before my autosave kind of messed that up. What am I out of? Oh, inserters. And I don't have enough stuff to make more inserters. So I can make a few. Probably enough to finish. Got the drills going. I think those, yeah, those take like no time at all. I could probably finish this up real quick. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, okay, I need 6 more. Those 5 ought to do most of it. Honestly, I'm just future-proofing at this point. And as you can see, this is kind of, all this is kind of slow. We can get to faster transport belts. We can get to a lot of other stuff that'll be much quicker later on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so copper's good. Iron is going to be alright. Ooh, look at that. Double saturated. It's not going to mess with anything, is it? I don't think so. It shouldn't, because I combine it down here. Yeah, we should be fine. We should be totally fine. All these guys that are turned off, we're just going to take all the iron out of those. Alright, perfect. Okay, so I think next time what I'm going to do in the next episode is, I think this is doing okay. We've got that going in. But I need to get to green research. Green research needs to be top priority. Ooh, armor. Let's do that. We'll get to green research, but that means we're going to have to get this automated further down the line. So we'll go off of the bus down here, probably to the right, and do some transport belts. We'll also get some inserters being made as well. And just kind of go from there. We'll need a lot of gears and things like that to go. Holy crap, that was fast. Military. Oh, that's right. I need the submachine gun. Nice. All right, so there's a handful of red that we needed to do. And I'll make myself a submachine gun once that is finished. We've got one right. We've got a gun right there. Good. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.